classic NorthWEIRD here in Portland, Oregon, with the ladies of Black Lodge Burlesque.
An erotic cabaret inspired by Twin Peaks and the films of David Lynch.
Gosh, Vince, Twin Peaks sure makes me feel erotic.
You know what, Alex? I feel the same way about Straight Story.
Black Lodge Burlesque it's many things to many different people. Mostly it involves breasts. Lots of them, usually in pairs. Slow removing articles of clothing in exchange for applause. It's awkward. That's about it.
Burlesque is, it started off as like a vaudeville variety show where there was elements of striptease. And so a lot of modern burlesque combines the two. And really it's like a 1 to 2 song format where you can do anything theatrical that you want. And in our show that involves removing articles of clothing, creatively.
I would say it is a little Twin Peaks heavy just because I think that we recognize as a group that that is what most audiences are familiar with David Lynch. I play Audrey Horne, which is a character I've been playing from the beginning. I'm a huge Sherilyn Fenn fan. I love her. And I just think she's just, in the show, she's so mysterious and sexy, and her character kind of plays with the idea of a younger woman falling in love with an older man. I think that's kind of an interesting dynamic in the show, and it was brave of David Lynch to explore that.
Black Lodge Burlesque started about 6 years ago in 2010. I was talking to somebody who lives in Brooklyn, and she said that they did a Ghostbusters themed burlesque show, and I thought, well, that sounds like fun, but I could think of something better.
I got pulled in and I was like, yes, of course I'm going to do the weirdest burlesque show in Portland. I do an act as the mystery man from Lost Highway. So I block out my eyebrows, I slick back my hair, and I try my best to terrify everyone in the audience. My other act is a duet with Baby Lestrange, where we play a pair of anthropomorphic rabbits, a la Inland Empire in his series of short films. And the gist of that act is that we stand on stage to some very creepy music, and we don't move except to walk off stage and take off articles of clothing until we get to the end, where we are mostly naked and we hold each other for an incredibly long amount of time, and then it's over. We have decided that that's pretty much the Lynchiest thing that happens in the show. It makes the audience very uncomfortable, and they start to laugh, and then they stop laughing about a minute in when they realize it's not going to get any better.
I've always been a David Lynch fan, and I particularly love Twin Peaks and was really attracted to the character of Laura Palmer, really related to her. I thought it was a very interesting portrayal of a female, many-layered character, and really was excited about the idea of doing a progression of her character and the many different sides of her. I think that David Lynch was rightly fascinated with the Northwest, and specifically the woods, and that sort of like quality of beauty and also dark creepiness and mystery. Our show particularly tries to balance that beauty and mystery and strangeness and sort of uncomfortable quality that's sort of hard to define. I mean, we try anyways.
And we represent a lot of his work. You have an Elephant Man number, Mulholland Drive, Eraserhead. I play a sandworm from Dune in the show, which is really fun. I can't see anything out of the mask, so I'm just blindly running around, dancing, hoping I don't fall, which has happened.
It's burlesque, it's erotic, it's hilarious, and it's also terrifying at moments, which is what David Lynch is all about.
We were part of the Living Dead horror convention that was in town for the first time this year that started here in Portland. It's a celebrity horror convention, and they had a number of Twin Peaks celebrities, including Dana Ashbrook. And afterwards, Dana Ashbrook was very excited, and he came up to us and he said, "You girls really shook it out." He's got these crazy eyes. Dana Ashbrook, I don't know if you've seen him recently, but his eyes are really big and intense. We shook it out.
We have acts that are serious, we have acts that are uncomfortable, we have acts that are hilarious, we have acts that are super sexy, so there's a little something for everybody. And even if you've never seen anything by David Lynch, you'll want to when you leave the show.
Everyone is paying attention now. The whole world is paying attention to David Lynch's work, and the core of Black Lodge Burlesque just never seems to stop. They don't stop working. They're always working on something, and I only see it going up and beyond Portland.
I think I would want potential audience members to know, and current audience members who already come to our show, that we love you and we'll see you again really soon.
Black Lodge Burlesque will continue on forever, I think. And we're going to Seattle, and we'll be performing in Portland again, and again, and probably again.
Alex, she's naked, wrapped in plastic.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode on the Black Lodge Burlesque. Stay tuned for more weirdness.
There's a fish in my percolator.